you and what are we talking about today?
Hi, my name's Noelle Moen. I am the buyer specialist for Team K Realty.
Nice. Yes, for those of you who don't know, I'm Michael Krasilovsky at Team K Realty, and Noelle has been our buyer specialist officially since April, but helping a lot behind the scenes actually for quite a while before then. So very happy to have her on board. And man, this year, just like last year, it's been really fun. We've been getting to help a lot of people buy and sell homes, and Noelle is absolutely instrumental as boots on the ground for most of our buyers, helping with showing the homes, writing the offers, doing the negotiations. She's outstanding. So a lot of our buyers are working directly with her, and I'm in more of a supportive role while I sell our sellers' homes. So when is this right now?
It's September 28th.
28th. So it's the end of September, but the beginning of fall. So when one thing ends, another begins. Sure, we'll go with that. All right. And what we're actually doing today is we're just like, getting cameras ready and microphones ready and stuff, because tomorrow we are going to go film the narrated driving tour of Albany if it works out well. So that's super exciting. We've been working on that for a while, did a rough draft version of it a while back. But while we're playing with the cameras and just making sure everything works, I thought it'd be fun to drive around Corvallis at the beginning of fall and have Noelle tell you a little bit more about what we've been seeing in the market, because we haven't done a market update in months.
Well, as you have noticed recently, we've definitely been seeing a change in the market. It's no longer such a tough seller's market.
Yeah.
In terms of buyers. We're seeing definitely places staying on the market for longer. We're starting to see some price reductions, especially in the Albany area. We're still definitely, but inventory is still super low.
Which is really weird, because often we have low inventory, things fly off the shelf. Right now we've got low inventory and very scared buyers, right? So things aren't necessarily flying off the shelf. We're not getting like 15 offers on every listing. And I think I just did another price reduction on one of our listings actually the other day. So we can and should probably separate some of these things out in conversation, Corvallis and Albany, because they're different sub-markets. Noelle, you were just running some stats on the Corvallis listings in particular yesterday morning. We were talking about those. I think that'd be really helpful for you to share with some of our viewers.
Yeah, just looking over the past sales that have closed in the past 10 days, we definitely noticed that a majority of them, I'm going to do a rough estimate of about 80% of them were just closed at asking price. No concessions, but definitely asking price, which is very unusual compared to what we were seeing not just a few months ago.
Right. A few months ago, things were flying off the shelf, 40, 50, 60,000 over, sometimes 100,000 over asking price. And a lot of what you were looking at recently is just selling for the sticker, right?
And selling at sticker, or maybe hitting about 20 to 25K over for those
hot potatoes.
Hot potatoes,
which is a different version. We should just call it a warm potato. I don't know.
That's a reheated potato.
Reheated potato. Oh my goodness. What? We should stop referring to houses as potato analogies. Yeah, this is gonna get bad fast. So the Corvallis market, definitely a shift there. Not a crashed market. I mean, it's not a buyer's market. There's still barely anything for sale. But a lot of buyers are just, really worried about what's going on with interest rates, right?
And just the general overall economy is also adding to that scare. But this can be a good time to buy if you are looking to maybe actually negotiate and work with the sellers a bit more.
That's a really good point. It feels like it's a major opportunity, actually, for a lot of our buyers, especially because they don't have to compete with 10 other offers when they're writing theirs.
Exactly. And remember, you're marrying the house, but you're dating the interest rate. You can always reduce the interest rate later.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that. We should give Joshua credit for that. I definitely didn't think of that, but we've been saying it in the office a lot lately.
We have, because it's wonderfully put.
Yeah. And so, let's see. I mean, realistically, most people, they don't hold their loans. If they took out a loan, they don't hold it for 30 years. Most people don't actually pay that off for 30 years and actually stick with that interest rate, right? So it's the sort of thing where interest rates are definitely higher than they were, 6 months ago, a year or two ago, but they're still not that bad. So I don't want to to sugarcoat that, it really hurts our first-time home buyers, especially, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's where it feels like there's the biggest difference. Our clients who were just kind of scraping by, barely able to afford their like first home, for example, and the change in interest rate changes their payments and means that they can afford a lot less home. So that's who it hurts the most, is people that were just getting into the market. But as long as you can get something that meets your needs, odds are the interest rates will go down later, and it might be, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 years from now, the interest rates go down, and then you can refinance, so your payment changes. Or if they don't, if the interest rates don't go down, you'll be happy you got what you got, because that presumably means there'll be even more later. So, there's definitely still opportunity, even though it's really challenging to wrap your mind around, what's going on with the economy and interest rates all at the same time. That is a little scary. I definitely am sympathetic for our buyers. How about Albany?
With Albany, we're definitely seeing a lot more price reductions and a lot of things staying on the market, and there's even a lot more on the market compared to just a few months ago.
So, do you happen to know, I'm putting you on the spot, do you happen to know like months of inventory?
We have 1.6 months of inventory in Albany,
okay,
and then 0.8 in Corvallis.
So there's still basically nothing for sale. So, and for those of you that haven't seen some of our market monthly moment with Michael, our market updates in the past, a balanced market would be 6 months worth of inventory. Meaning, like, if we just, for some reason,
everything stops now.
Yeah, if for some reason we stopped listing homes, it would take 6 months for, all those current listings to disappear. So we've got less than a month and less than 2 months in Corvallis and Albany, respectively, in that regard. Oh, we're going by a school zone, gotta go slow. We're just kind of meandering around as we do this to make sure that the cameras are working. But if you're watching this, hopefully it gives you a feel for late September, early fall, on a day that happens to have some rain in late September in Corvallis. So our Albany feel is very different, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's see. We're driving by one of my rental properties. I'm checking it out right now. This is good.
Looking good.
Yeah, the turf dye that I used definitely hurts my soul, but was very effective for getting photos taken. Where are we going with all that just now?
Let's see here. We were talking about Albany and how different Albany is and looks-wise. We're definitely seeing, a lot more price reductions in Albany, and we're seeing things staying longer on the market in Albany as well.
Yeah.
So that may mean we're going to see something similar happening potentially in Corvallis, but this is also, it's probably going to be a bit offset because both markets are different.
Yeah, and the markets are different in particular because, Corvallis is a college town, so it's always got more demand and therefore less availability. It's also a slow growth community, so they're just not building enough for the demand. Whereas Albany is able to at least have some, I want to say, like, friendlier legislation and policy when it comes to building more homes.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're right near campus right now, so you'll notice all of a sudden there's a very busy spot. We are on, I don't know, some street just north of Harrison.
And 27th.
We're on 27th, just north of Harrison. Okay, so let's see. For our buyers and potential buyers who are thinking about moving here, should the interest rates stop them from making that life decision?
No, it really shouldn't, especially with considering you can refinance later. That's a huge thing. And this is also a really good time because things are sitting longer on the market. You are able to negotiate more with the seller.
Yeah.
It is not the seller dictating exactly the terms for you to get the deal.
That's true. So there is bright side. There's always some opportunity, no matter what the market's doing. Okay.
And really, it's about finding the right house for you at the right time. And this may be the right time for you. True.
So, we're here to help you out, and we are very much enjoying getting to connect with your, friends, family, referrals, and you folks, our viewers, as you reach out to us just to say, hey, my name is so-and-so and I live in, this town, this state, and I'm thinking about moving to the Mid-Valley. We're having a blast getting to do just that. So, let us know if you have any questions or future video ideas or anything like that, and stay tuned, because we are in the process of filming that narrated driving tour of Albany neighborhoods, which we really hope will be a great resource for you, and keep enjoying that little mini series. What's next? We've been doing like Hike Vallis.
We're gonna have Dog Vallis here soon, Wine Vallis.
Yes.
And eventually Bike Vallis.
Yeah, and Dog Vallis, we already filmed the talking head part of that just the other day up at Woodland Meadows Dog Park, which was really fun. Wine Vallis is like all skeletonized, it's all ready to go, and we've started filming some of the, what I'll call B-roll, some of the just like fun footage off to the side.
AKA we get to go wine tasting.
Yeah. Yeah, which is an arduous task, but we'll do that for you.
Just for you.
And we need to film the talking head part of Wine Vallis. And then
Yes.
Bike Vallis is in the works. Cody is editing Bike Vallis like literally right now, back in the office. He's like, yeah, you guys have fun, go playing with your cameras and stuff. I'm gonna actually do work. So thank you, Cody, for that.
Thank you.
All right, so hey folks, thanks for checking this out. We hope it worked, and we hope this finds you well, and happy start to fall.
And bye for now.